So today is going to be a unique journey. I'm going to get my tow truck loaded up with tools from my shipping container. 1964 C60 wrecker over there. I'm going to take on a road trip, and I'm going to go pick up a very unique RV that I found on Facebook Marketplace. It's in the middle of nowhere in Gila Bend, Arizona, and it's quite interesting. So stay tuned to this YouTube video because it's going to be quite the journey. I've owned this tow truck for over 10 years now, and I bought it in this configuration. I later found out after I bought it through an email, someone saw it on some Craigslist posting I had, how it was created. So a team of talented school bus mechanics from the town of Marina actually built it for the school district. The school district didn't want the liability of having a Cummins Allison swap tow truck, so it went to auction. And I bought from the previous owner that used it to tow military 5-ton trucks from El Paso to Phoenix area for resale. And I just had to have this thing. It was up for sale on Craigslist, and it's been a great truck. So we have Miles coming with me, and he's nuts because we're taking this 1964 C60 with a Cummins swap to pick up a 1950s motorhome that someone's been living in. You're nuts, Miles, to go on this journey with me, but it's all good, man. So are the people watching, man. You guys are crazy. Fingers crossed. After a couple hours of driving, my tow truck made it to the destination. That's a long drive at 55 miles an hour, but it got us there. Let's check out the interior, shall we? This is the whole reason why I'm buying this thing. The interior is cool. It's straight out of the late 50s. Looks like there would have been a glass bowl here, and this would have been a propane powered light. The ceiling's in good shape. And check out the steering position. It looks like a steering wheel off of another car. I mean, another vehicle. Looks Buick to me, I'm not sure on that. Look at all the gauges. The engine, 460, looks like, with air conditioning. Someone swapped that in. Kitchen's cool. It's like the kitchen main living area. I like the color matching appliances. That's neat. The veneer is awesome. This looks like the sleeping area. Check out these lights in here. These are very interesting. So this is a 120 volt lamp. Then you have two 12 volt lamps. And you have a 120 volt output. And two switches. This one turns on this one, and this one turns on the 12 volt. Let's check out the bathroom. That's where the shower curtain goes. And you would shower in this little cool tub thing, shower combo. And there's the toilet. And check out this water heater. That thing's interesting. Junker's water heater. Looks like an instant style early water heater. I could be wrong. Maybe it has a little chamber in there to hold water, but it's neat. But yeah, I have to have this thing. This interior is so cool. I'm glad it was never ripped out or remodeled. The money was exchanged, and next thing I need to do is get the drive shaft dropped before I hook up the tow bar. And I'll center the truck, get the tow bar hooked up, and then hook up the lighting. Let's see what we got. It's a slip yoke. This is common with any type of tow truck. You can pull the drive shaft, or you can take out the axle shafts. Because if you leave the drive shaft connected, it could destroy the transmission. And I got the drive shaft disconnected. I'm gonna wrap it with a strap up here. So next thing is to check the differential fluid. There's the fill plug, so if it's at that level or above, we're okay. If not, I have to add more. So let's get to it. I mean, there's actually a decent amount of room to work underneath this thing. This thing's built incredibly well. You can see where there's a frame section that's been grafted there. Look at those shackles, major beef. So, removing the plug. Let's see, stick your finger in. There's oil right there, so we're good to go. No fill required. Next, it's time to fire this beast up and get that tow bar drop lined up and the truck chained up so I can take it home. Determine the height of the tow bar, I actually use like a piece of my leg, my kneecap, to double check my measurements so I know I can slam out underneath the bumper at the correct spot.
Too much?
Here I'm crossing my arms. I don't like the little, that's like a little hitch or something on the front, and that's gonna cause interference in my tow bar.
I think I gotta take that thing off because it won't allow the tow bar to seat properly. It will fight me in turns.
So back forward, the whole truck has to go so I can disconnect this little thing.
That's a cool little plate someone put in there. But now I have a nice face to mount the tow bar.
Now I gotta fire up the truck and back it up again, but now there's no little tow hitch in the front, so I can place the tow bar at an ideal position. So what I'm doing underneath here is looking for the solid axle. I like to place the chain somewhat triangulated out on the axle at a point where it will not move. Next, I secure the chain to the tow bar and then to the truck. That way it locks the axle into position with the tow bar and I have enough slack on the chain to not pinch it in turns. What's done to one side must be done to the other equally. I'm very particular on how much slack and the chain and everything, so I spend my time adjusting the subsequent sides so that way the truck sits evenly and the tow bar sits evenly on the bumper. Now this bumper's a good bumper. I mean, these are two trucks of the same era. It's gonna have no problem picking up this truck with this massive steel bumper. Sometimes I use wood or a piece of angle iron,
The PTO.
but it's no problem with an older vehicle such as this where the front bumper can actually support the weight of the vehicle. So here's me being a little particular because it wasn't sitting evenly, so I just have to adjust the notches on the chain so that tow bar sits perfectly even with the center of the front bumper. And there we have it. Look how pretty that tow bar is, just sitting right in the center of that front bumper. It's ready to take the weight of the truck. I
go alongside the truck, make sure my tongue weight's okay. I like them tongue heavy, that way there's no sway. I've decided I need to go down a little bit, but looking good to me right there. One chain was a little higher than the other, so I make sure they're adjusted evenly. You don't want these chains to get pinched in turns. Next I'll do the safety chains, just in case. These next series of chains are my safety chains. Now the safety chains are important. They're just like a safety chain on a trailer. You know, if your trailer tongue becomes disconnected for any reason, just like if my tow bar becomes disconnected for any reason, my safety chains will allow the truck to follow my other truck so it doesn't go careening into oncoming traffic or something bad.
Probably through here. Something bad happened. Alrighty, next are the lights.
So installing the lights are pretty easy. I have this little assembly that I bungee cord to the back of the truck and then zip tie the wiring harness alongside the vehicle up to the front, making sure it has some slack so that way the harness can pivot in turns. I'm gonna make sure there's air in the tires, and then we'll check the lug nuts. And just like that, we're looking good. The drive shaft's dropped, the differential has fluid in it, we have everything connected. I'm happy with where the truck is sitting, so it's time to say goodbye to this place and take it home. Ain't she just so pretty, rolling out? Arizona's a cool state, man. The desert environment out here just preserves vehicles of all kinds. I'm a very proud native-born Arizonan, and I appreciate when I can get a vehicle and it stays in Arizona, because so many go out of state. And a couple-hour drive home. This is the longest journey I've ever taken this tow truck on. Flat-towing something. So I was pretty nervous, but I go nice and slow, keep it under 50 miles an hour, keep everything in control, keep the lights on. Got lucky with this one, no mechanical issues, no blowout. Just that little thing on top of the air conditioner flew off. No big deal. If you like this video, please support me, like, comment, subscribe, and press that little bell button. Thank you.